Hello, welcome to Dundrill's podcast. I'm your host Justin. For our Halloween special, we're reviewing two Rob Zombie films, both set on Halloween. No, it's not the Halloween remix, though people keep asking me to do reviews for them. It's just that I kind of already like I watch those movies so many times that I feel like if I were to watch and review them again, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be right, you know, because sometimes you watch a movie again and again, and you don't appreciate it as much, right, as you did the first time, or when you waited a while to see it, like, or if it's been a few years since I've seen it. So I'm gonna wait till like maybe next year before I review the Rob Zombie remake. So this movie we're reviewing is 31. It came out in 2016. It had a budget of $1.5 million. Only made $850,000 at the box office. It stars Sherri Moon Zombie as Charlie with a Y, by the way, and you have Daniel Phillips as Roscoe Pepper, Lawrence Hilton as Panda Thomas, Meg Foster as Venus Virgo, who I think it's implied she's like a lesbian in the film. I don't know about that. And Richard Brake as Doomhead. No extreme instant ticket with sorry, an ad just played. I was clicking. I wanted to see the full cast, and yeah. So you got Kevin Jackson's also in the film. Jane Carr as Sister Serpent. Judy Gleason as Sister Dragon. Malcolm McDowell as Father Murder. Elizabeth Daily as Sexhead. Where have I seen this chick before? Daniel Roebuck as Pastor Victor. Pancho Muller as Sickhead, which I thought they said his name was Shithead in the movie, but it's Sickhead. You got David Early as Schizohead, Trevor Walters Lucky Leo, Lou Temple as Psychohead. He was in what movie was he in? He was in Devil's Rejects. You got Ginger Lynn as Cherry Bomb, Torsten Vogus as Deathhead, and that's pretty much everybody famous in the film, right? So the movie, if you watched reviews from when this movie first came out, you probably know what it's about. It's basically a mix of Running Man meets Survivor. What was it called? Hunger Games, kinda. Where basically these group of people in the 70s are kidnapped by clowns and find themselves in what looks like a church, a temple, really. It's basically like a satanic temple, and they get told by these rich old white people with British accents, which they look like old French like aristocrats, where they have the powdered face and like wigs and shit, that they're part of this game where if they don't get killed in 12 hours, right, they'll they can go free, right, yeah, they have to survive their killers, right, which they send the killers out in ones or couples, right? The first killer they send out is this Spanish dwarf called Sickhead. I thought Malcolm McDowell said shithead, who looks like a certain person from World War II, and he has the reverse Buddhist symbol on his chest, if you know what I'm talking about, right? And the second one is like these two clown brothers. One of them I thought was what's his name? Bill something, but he's not credited here. The guy from I forgot his name, but he's in like lots of Rob Zombie films. Like he was in he was in, oh my god, they're not showing me here. He was in House of a Thousand Corpses. What's his name? Bill Moseley. I thought one of the killers was Bill Moseley, but he's not credited here. Which it totally sounded like Bill Moseley. And then you see that character again, it sounded like it was somebody else. Right? His voice. Which he's in a lot of makeup, because a lot of them are dressed up kind of like clowns. With a lot of makeup and stuff, right? Yeah. And the last killer that they save, that you see in the beginning of the film, give this monologue before he murders this guy, is Doomhead, played by Richard Brake, who is their best serial killer, who they send to kill the survivors after everybody else fails, right? And he's pretty charismatic in the movie. He's probably the best character in the film, has the best lines, but the lines in the movie, in my opinion, are not that great. It's very try-hard Quentin Tarantino, which I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan, but it's like it was the lines. The lines are iffy, right? And yeah, but like there's some cool. The movie, despite the fact that it had a very low budget, looked great. My problem with the movie is that, one, the female characters, the female the female victims in the movie, like the Sherri Moon Zombie and Meg Foster, get the most kills out of the other groups, right? And they're the ones that protect the men. It's like the women are protecting the men in the movie. The men are shit fighters in this movie, right? Which I was not a fan. And like the characters, it wasn't exactly clear what these group of people were. I know I think they're on they work on the road and they go place to place. I think they're supposed to be carnival folks, because like the one guy talks about how Jeff Daniel Phillips' character is like, man, I don't want to spend the rest of my life being a grease monkey fixing up roller coaster rides and shit, right? So I think they're supposed to be carnival folk, but it wasn't exactly clear, right? And also you have the one Jamaican character who I thought was kind of annoying, right? Which I don't know if the actor is actually Jamaican, but I think he did the accent. If it was a fake accent, I thought he did a good job, right? But his character was a little annoying, because there's a point in this scene. There's a scene in the film, spoiler alert, where one of them died, right, after the first round, right, and they get offered food from their hostesses in this murder game, right, and they're like, well, fuck it, guys, I'm hungry, I want to eat. Which it had only been 4 hours at that point. 4 hours in the fucking game, right? And the idiot eats the food, and they all start eating except for two of the girls, right? And it's fucking idiots. You're gonna trust the food? Yes, they want the people who are paying for all this shit to happen want to see life or death struggle. Obviously, they wouldn't poison them, but it doesn't mean that they're not gonna fuck with them in any way, right? So it turns out they eat and they see after they check out the table, right, and it's actually a glass coffin with their dead friend in there, and they can see that he was cut up, so they realized the food that they were eating, right, was actually cut from their dead friend, which I thought that was it was a thing where on paper it was great, right, but it was not executed very well. in the movie, right? That's a problem. And but I will say this, right? I did love the ending for the movie. It did not end in a way that like typical Rob Zombie movies end, right? Well, that's not exactly true because like, oh fuck. I'll say that. I'll say this. I didn't. The care. Uh, well, they do. I don't want to spoil it, but I would say I wasn't expecting the ending, right? And the ending was fucking awesome, and like, what. I'll spoil it, but if you don't want to be spoiled, I think the movie is a 6.5. It's not great, but it's not bad either, and there's some cool shit in it. And I really enjoyed the music in the movie, especially the last song in the film, which was a song that's overplayed on the radio on classic rock stations, but the way they use it in the film was very good, right? Which Rob Zombie knows how to use like songs in like movies, right? Which the song was "Dream On" by Aerosmith, which is like the only like Aerosmith song I like. Right. So yeah, the movie ends where like Sherri Moon Zombie, right? So if you don't want to get spoiled, like, bye for now. But like, yeah, Sherri Moon Zombie survives, right? Time. What's Doomhead is about to kill her, but the time runs out and he has to let her go, right? So she gets out. She finds her way out, and it's like outside she finds a secret passageway out, and it leads outside the gas station that they were taken, right? Which I thought was, wow, that was pretty cool. That was like some like not Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but like Hills Have Eyes kind of shit, all right? Where like the gas station guy was in on it, and if you ever seen like the Hills Have Eyes, right? And Deathhead shows up, like she's walking down the road, and Deathhead like shows up, and like Dream On starts playing, and right, and I can't remember what he said, right, but because I was watching a live stream, but like it was like, oh, you didn't really think I was gonna let you go, did you? Right? And like Dream On plays, and like you just see this look on Sherri Moon Zombie's face, and she's just like, oh fuck, I'm screwed. Right? And it was like a fucking awesome, like, man, I want to catch that Devidrum on. But I ran out of the virus Pokemon capture, Digimon capture items. Yeah. Yeah, so he's like, you didn't really think I let you go, did you? It was like, that's what I think he said, but it was like, yeah, she just knows she's fucked, and then the movie, like, you know, pays like a compilation of like home movies of her and her friends just hanging out, having fun, and the movie ends with Dream On, which I thought was a great ending for like a mediocre movie. And like one of my favorite critics once said on review to like the very controversial No Country for Old Men, how a shitty ending for a great movie will ruin it, but a great ending for a mediocre movie will save it. I felt, to me, the ending to this film kind of saved this mediocre movie that I thought, right? So like, yeah, like I said, that's why I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed the ending. Though there was like rumors, I don't know if this shit is true, that, you know, Rob Zombie wanted to make like a baseball movie or some fucking thing, and the studios wouldn't give him the money to do it unless he made this horror movie in the vein of like Hunger Games, right? So I don't know if that's true, but like people were saying like, oh, he wasn't trying to make a good movie with this movie. That's why it feels like generic, which I don't think that's true. Like you wouldn't like sabotage your movie just just because of um, just to like make a deal with like the studios, right? Because your reputation's on the line, right? So I don't know. I think the movie is worth watching, and it's on YouTube for rent. But it's also on like YouTube channels that you can watch it for free, which I may or may not have done that. Right? And it's funny because it's like on the suggestion to the movie, it's like go rent the 31. It's like so this is here, but you're still leaving it up. I don't get it. Right? But I enjoyed the movie, and if I ever see it, I might pick it up because I really did love the ending, and Doom's head is a really cool character, and I would enjoy more movies with Doomhead. Like to me, he's like the saving grace of the later Rob Zombie movies. Because if Bill Moseley ever gets too old to do horror movies, uh, Richard Brake, looks like he still has like a decade or two left in him to do horror movies, right? But I could be wrong because they could be close in age. I don't know. How old is Richard Brake? Oh, he was also awesome to do the Doom movie. Oh, he's 56. Maybe another decade, but definitely not two. Yeah, so that's it for this review, guys. Sometime tomorrow, I'll try to have the review for El Superbeasto up, right? And when I do my El Superbeasto review, I'm going to do it like on camera, like using the Halloween month background, because I'm also going to show off some trades that I picked up, right? Which I only have 3 new trades, but I'll also show off the ones I got like a week or two ago, in case people didn't see that, because that wasn't in a normal comic book haul video. That was like at the end of like Halloween month review, so people might have just missed that. Right? I don't know. So that's it for this review, guys. Peace. And have a happy Halloween. And enjoy the rest of your Devil's Night.